In this lesson, you will learn the usage and the meanings of the most frequently used words in native English. Let's start our lesson. Number 1. Accomplice. Accomplice means a person who helps in committing a crime or to do something wrong. A person who helps in committing a crime or to do something wrong. For example, the thief and two accomplices run away in a car. The police have arrested his accomplice in murder. Number 2. Entail. To involve something that cannot be avoided. To involve something that cannot be avoided. When you are doing something and it involves something else that cannot be avoided, then you can use the word entail. For example, your job will entail driving a long distance every week. The university research entails a lot of hard work. Number 3. Intent. First meaning of intent is to show or give strong interest or attention. To show or give strong interest or attention. For example, Eva's eyes were intent. You had been intent on everything. Second meaning of intent is to be determined, especially in a way that seems silly or harmful. To be determined, especially in a way that seems silly or harmful. When you have made a strong decision to do something, especially that seems silly or harmful for you or other people. For example, they are intent on reaching the mountaintop in the freezing temperature. Jacob is intent upon destroying my plans. Third meaning of intent is giving all your attention to something. Giving all your attention to something. When you are so focused in your work or doing something and you give all your attention to it, then you can use intent. For example, he was so intent on his project that he did not notice the ringing phone. Number 4. Despair. The feeling of having lost all hope. The feeling of having lost all hope. For example, she was in despair over the match they had lost. Nicole's parents are in despair as she never does things right. Second meaning of despair is to stop having any hope that a situation will improve or change. To stop having any hope that a situation will improve or change. For example, I despair of him. He will never change himself. Don't despair. I'll think of a way out. He despaired of ever being able to pay back his huge debts. Number 5. Appall. To have the feeling of shock or disapproval. To have the feeling of shock or disapproval. When you have feelings of shock at something or you do not like someone's idea and action or their behavior, you can use appall. For example, the idea of giving him a lift home appalled James. They're not doing work properly appalled me. It appalled Becky that they could look over such a problem. Number 6. Grudge. A feeling of dislike and anger towards someone for something bad done to you. A feeling of dislike and anger towards someone for something bad done to you. When you have a feeling of dislike and anger for someone because they have done something bad to you in the past, it means you have a grudge for them. For example, because of their family life, she bears him a grudge. Faye does not hold any grudge against him. Second meaning of grudge is to give or do something unwillingly. To give or do something unwillingly. For example, you grudge having to pay so much money for that car. Third meaning of grudge is to think that someone does not deserve to have something. To think that someone does not deserve to have something. For example, Grace surely does not grudge Caleb his success. Number 7. Insolent. Rude and showing a lack of respect. Rude and showing a lack of respect. If someone is extremely rude and shows no respect for others, they are insolent. For example, insolent behavior of Kevin cost him his job. Her son is so insolent. Number 8. Skeptical. Having doubts that something will happen or that a statement is true. having doubts that something will happen or that a statement is true. If someone has doubts about a claim, statement, or they doubt that something will happen, you can use the word skeptical. For example, the nation is skeptical about your claims. Lisa looks highly skeptical of marriage. Number 9. Wholehearted. Showing complete sincerity and commitment. Showing complete sincerity and commitment. When someone shows full sincerity, commitment, and is completely enthusiastic, we can use the word wholehearted. For example, he will have my wholehearted support. You are wholeheartedly in favor of Alan. Number 10. Gaudy. Too brightly colored or showy, typically so as to be tasteless. Too brightly colored or showy, typically as to be tasteless. For example, she always wears such stupid, gaudy clothes. Gaudy plastic flowers were showing his tastelessness. Subscribe, like, and share.